Hello, my name is Jennifer Schmidt, and today I'll be talking about my restaurant, Pontecorvo. As I present, I will be highlighting in color on images throughout the presentation, so please follow along. Pontecorvo is located in the Loop, which is the central business district of the city and is the main section of downtown Chicago. The Loop is a vibrant area featuring eclectic eateries, shops, theaters, and parks. It's a perfect place not only for locals and people who live around the Loop, but also for tourists and visitors. I'll be going over demographics, and I'll be talking about the highest percentages. So here it says 43.4% are ages 20 to 34, and that's the highest percentage for the Loop area. The highest percentage of household income is 150,000 or more per year. For race, 62.3% of people are white. Following that is Asian, and following Asian is African American. Now, I do want to say that Chicago, out of all cities and places around the world, I think is very diverse. The building is located at 180 North Wacker Drive. Right now I have pictures of the front of the building and the back of the building. It's a masonry and timber construction building used for commercial offices and retails. It was built in 1923 and is 6 stories tall. Pontecorvo is located on the ground floor. I really love this building, and I think one of the most important features of it is the fact that it comes with very large windows. Now, in my restaurant, I actually changed the windows so that way they slide all the way open, but that idea wouldn't have come to be if I didn't see that the building already had existing large windows. I also love how it has exposed brick and exposed original wooden beams. Pontecorvo is an Italian restaurant. When I think of Italian cuisine, I think of fresh, simple, natural, and rustic. These foods are so delicious, and I think we all know what Italian food is. I was very inspired by pizza, bruschetta, pasta, and all of these things are very simple with simple ingredients. Now, for the pizza, it really actually did inspire my design because I decided to incorporate a custom wood-fired pizza oven into my design. I love this picture that I used because it really inspired me to make the shape and design that I used for my project. So when you see the circle in my furniture plan, just look at this image and think of this is what my pizza oven looks like. I also love the stacked logs. I think that it really adds depth and that rustic appeal that I was really looking for. I decided to add stacked logs as well next to my pizza oven. Now for this image, they're stacked very high and mine are not the case. So the name of Pontecorvo comes from a little town in Italy called Pontecorvo, where my grandma's family is from. And just like the restaurant, it is also along a river. I incorporated a wave-like ceiling in the back of my restaurant to symbolize the mountains of Pontecorvo, which you can see in the background of this image. I also made all of the openings from the kitchen arches, which represent this bridge in Pontecorvo. It's a 19th century AD bridge, so it's pretty much in all of Pontecorvo's images when you Google search it. The arches and wave ceiling help to balance out all of the rectangular forms of the restaurant. Also, I incorporated a little quick sketch that I added in here of an elevation of my community seating area. The sides of the community seating were inspired by Italy's mountains. The biggest part of my concept was bringing the outside inside. I was inspired by urban landscape and patios, especially Chicago's Riverwalk. My community seating area features what you can see here on the Riverwalk, as well as a lot of greenery and plants. The windows of my restaurant open up fully to the outside. I also use a lot of linear wood beams that simulate the feeling of terraces or fences. Lots of natural materials as well. Here's my furniture plan. Also, I will be highlighting a lot of areas, so follow along on the screen. So starting on the bottom right-hand side, you see my demo area. Right here, number 12 is a fridge, while number 11 is stating a vent for the oven and stove. Number 13 is actually a glass screen, which I decided to use because this side is a working side, while this is a viewing side. I wanted not to get the food contaminated on either side. Also, another thing to point out is this part right here actually is lowered, and it's made for wheelchair accessibility or people who cannot stand for long periods of time and would like to sit down while they do the cooking classes. Now, my market features fruit stand, vegetable stand. Number 3 is shelving, which will store canned goods and so on. 4 are 2 refrigerators, and 2 is checkout. Now here's my pizza oven. And number 6 is also another area for wheelchair accessibility in the bar. Now going all the way over here to the community seating area. I love it. These are all steps that go up. Well, these are 19-inch seats, and it's made really for anybody to just like come in, sit down and relax. I feel like living in Chicago, I live by myself, so I feel like there's a lot of people that just go and eat by themselves. So I felt like this was an important feature to have. Here's my furniture. I think one of the coolest parts is the fact that I upcycled crates and used them for the backs of my banquet seating. Here's some more of my seating. Now, I also thought it was really cool that I used bifold windows to help my restaurant stay open and create better airflow during COVID-19. Materials I used reclaimed wood, concrete, just porcelain tile flooring. I thought about acoustics. I used Solberg Muto acoustic divider panels. I also used, these remind me a lot of Italian tile. I also used mango wood for the demo area and bar areas, as you can see along here. My reflected ceiling plan. Here you can see my wave ceiling. I also used LED lights, LED strip lights in these areas right here. So here's my wave ceiling, which I think is really cool. Also, all of my pendant lights are upcycled material, and I thought that was really cool from Light Art. These are the lights that are in the kitchen, which I really like. A lot of the space has just 7-inch recessed lighting throughout the space. It's very simple. Also, it has a lot of natural light. This is my transverse section. Here you can see the demo and cooking class area, the community seating, and main dining area. Here's my longitudinal section. The main dining area, the bar, you can see I added a handicap area, and also main dining and office. This is my wave ceiling and I really love it. Here's my view facing east and my view facing north. This is the demo area. My user stories. Earl and Vera are an elderly couple looking to ways to get out of the house and socialize. They struggle finding things to do because Earl could not stand for long periods of time. Earl really helped me to make sure that I thought about people who are handicapped or need, extra comfort. So I made sure that I added different types of seating throughout the space for others. Tania is a 19-year-old college student who is looking to purchase a meal kit to cook for a group of her friends, but is on a tight budget. Pontecorvo's staff was very knowledgeable, and they had a variety of meal kits, serving sizes, and price ranges that helped her to be able to find exactly what she was looking for to impress her friends. Michelle, 30, is a vegetarian. She's the type of person who researches a restaurant menu before dining. She looks for a meal that is satisfying and a menu that has a variety of vegetarian options. Pontecorvo not only had a variety of vegetarian dishes, but they also offered her vegetarian replacements on dishes that normally have meat. Being super accommodating to others and also having a variety of things really helps out. I feel really happy that she liked the earthy atmosphere of the restaurant and that she noticed how we were conscious of the materials that we used.